The purpose of this video is to show you how to set up your Focus Plus IQube, where to set your settings and know what to expect. So here's the Focus Plus unit itself. This bottom part is a housing for the audio amplifier. Here we have the power cord for the power converter. This is the power converter. Got a player, the player charger, the travel charger, audio cables. This is the splitter. This is the red and white RCA cable. And then we have our subwoofer, speakers, audio connector, and volume control wheel for the audio. So we're going to start by connecting the power into the power converter. So if you look at this end, you see a 3-prong. It's going to go right into this power converter box. So I'll just plug that into the power strip and slide that into there. You see a light's going to come on here. Sometimes this light is green, but that's just indicating that the power converter has some power. Good connection. Here's the barrel connector. This is the part that's actually going to slide into the back of your audio amplifier in the IQube. So if we look on the back here, this is the port where we slide in that barrel connector. So I'll just put that in there. And you'll hear a little bit of click when your audio amplifier comes on. And you'll see a blue light. That's just indicating it has power. So turn this power switch off, turn on and off. Your settings should be power on. This little button should be out. This should be all the way to the left. This should be middle one all the way to the right. And then your audio amplifier here should be set about 3 o'clock. If you're on Euro or the rest of the world on a 240 or 250 standard, you might want to set it to about 1 o'clock because just the power input is a little bit different. But for the US and Canada in particular, then you'll want to set this to about 3 o'clock. The important part is this amplifier doesn't overload, and you'll hear that if you hear a series of clicking. So if you hear any clicking, just turn this down regardless of what I told you to set on the video here, and then just check for lights. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to set up our player here. I'm going to grab this charger, plug that in. See my player automatically turned on. So I'm just going to set this here. Your player volume control is here on this left side. If you look and you press and hold this down, you can turn your volume up and down. You want this always to be set at about 90%. It's easy to bump this if you pick up your player, so just be mindful of that. But you always want about 90%. This is the master volume for the whole system, and you want 90% going into your IQube. So just leave that set about 90%, and if you want to change the audio volume, we're going to use that audio control wheel on the speaker system. Here's a clip. If you depress the top here, you'll see how that slides, and we're going to put that right into this holder. So I depress this clip and I slide that right into there. So your player will be all set. And then on the right, this backlight will go out. Player is still playing. It's just a power save feature. On the right side, we've got our audio cords. We've got an empty one we're going to plug our speaker connector into. And so here's the audio connector for the speaker that I'll just plug in. Put that right in there. Now I'm going to grab my power cord for the speaker that comes right out of there. Just plug this into power. Okay. Now I got a blue light on this knob. If you don't have a blue light, check and make sure that your on and off switch is on. And then the next thing I'm going to do is, out of these speakers, there's a little gray cable here, comes out of the back. On your subwoofer, here you see the little 2-speaker spot. So we're just going to plug that right into there. Okay. And now if I turn this audio wheel up, you should hear sound. Okay, so you always want to adjust your audio volume on this volume control wheel. If you change it anywhere else, you're going to change the actual input into your iQube. That's really important. Now the last step we're going to do is we're going to plug these red and white connectors into the back of the audio amplifier. So just take this cord, grab these last red and white connectors, and just match colors. Okay. Now if you look at the top, you see there's blinking red lights. These lights may be solid at times, they may blink, you may not see them at all for little periods of time, but so long as you see them periodically, that's the important part to know that your iQube is working. This iQube is designed to run 24/7, so as long as you're set at about 3 o'clock, your player is at about 90% volume, then your iQube setup is good to go.